Yo, what's going on, everybody? Welcome to another installment of BrickWall Reviews. I'm Dave, and right now it is our April Fool's Month. We're officially kicking off our April Fool's Month. So what that means is that during the month of April this year, we're going to be talking about parody movies, specifically parody movies. We'll see what we're doing next year, but this is our first year doing this. So, yeah, I'm gonna have a lot of fun with this, and this is just pretty much just my way of just being really excited that a lot of comedies are starting to come back out in theaters this year alone. You have just Scary Movie 5, you had Thackham Hall, which is a movie I'll be talking about, and there's some 20th anniversary I'm throwing there too. So just stay tuned to see that. And the best way to make sure you stay updated with that is to subscribe to the channel. Make sure you follow us on social media on Facebook, Instagram, Twitter, Twitch, TikTok, and I feel like my shirt messed up. And yeah, that's it. So without further ado, let's get into it. So The Naked Gun. This is the 2025 version of The Naked Gun, starring Liam Neeson, taking over the role from Leslie Neeson, which is kind of weird. Leslie Nielsen, which is weird to say like those two names back to back. And I really do think I am in the camp of people who think they only got Liam Neeson because the name sounds like Leslie Nielsen. But Liam Neeson is playing Frank Drebin Jr. Oh my God, why I can't say that name? I gotta read the name for me to be able to say it because I feel like I ain't say it right. That's not what I typed in. I got my notes in front of me. Y'all just gotta chill. Yeah, Frank Drebin. Yeah, Frank Drebin Jr. I did say it right. So Frank Drebin Jr. As he's solving another case. This time trying to stop pretty much trying to stop a bad guy from taking over the world, stuff like that. This movie also stars, in addition to Liam Neeson, good Lord, that's going to beat me up. In addition to Liam Neeson, you got Pamela Anderson, Kevin Durand, Danny Huston, Cody Rhodes, Liza Kosey, Paul Walter Hauser, and an appearance by Busta Rhymes. So yeah, right off the bat, I do remember this movie came out. I did see this one in theaters. Like I think like maybe like a couple weeks into it being out, I did see this in theaters. This was hilarious. Let me put it like that. This is definitely in my eyes, this was like the beginning of the return of comedy, right? The return of parody. For a long time we lost parody movies, right? Like we used to get parody movies all the time. We had the original Naked Guns. Then we had what else was there? We had like things like Scary Movie. You had the movies, which I think were the downfall of the parodies. Oh man, what other stuff was there? There was a bunch of other like parody movies that came out. Austin Powers is considered a parody movie. So many different things we had, and comedies were just such at a high peak, but recently you haven't gotten that. So going in to see The Naked Gun, I'm not gonna hold you. Like at first it was a little strange to me because it's like, I'm somebody who loves to laugh, right? I'll watch a comedy at home. I've watched comedies at home, you know what I'm saying? All that good stuff. But it's like seeing The Naked Gun, it kind of made me like I said, I'm going through my notes. Just relax. But yeah, just it kind of just put me in this mind frame of like reacclimating myself to the theatrical comedy. Like I said, the movie kind of starts, and it's a lot of great gags in this movie, but the movie starts with it's like a bank robbery going on. This is the part that was in the trailers where Liam Neeson kind of turns from the little girl into himself, and he starts fighting the bad guys. And when he's fighting these bad guys, that John is so funny. It's one part where like he's holding one of the bad guys hostage, and at first it's showing the actual person, then it switches to showing a dummy, and so it's just like he's just walking around with a dummy, and he throws it to the bad guys, and they're all just like shooting at it, and they all end up shooting themselves. It was so funny. It was gags in here, like there's a coffee gag that happens, recurring gag. And one of my favorite parts, which you see in the thumbnail, is I'll get there because it'll lead up to it. So Frank Drebin, he's pretty much like, he's not an incompetent cop, but he's not the best cop. He gets the job done, but with him getting the job done comes a lot of controversy, especially with the bank robbery. The robbers wanted to, press charges and everything just in the way that he defeated them. So Frank finds out, is trying to, well, he gets taken off of the bank robbery case, but also stumbles onto a completely different case that finds itself connected to the main case. Throughout this, he also meets the character played by Pamela Anderson, Mrs. Davenport, and they have their little, they fall in love with each other and whatnot. It's predictable, that part of it. And with that, they it's a sequence where they take this vacation, and y'all see my thumbnail, it's the snowman. The snow, I'm not gonna spoil nothing about the snowman part for you, but the snowman sequence is so funny. I remember sitting in that theater cracking up because the movie just took such a turn right there. I was like, yo. And that's what the movie does a lot. Like it does a lot of silly things. Like a lot of the gags, they're not like in your face, like, oh, look at that, look at that, look at that. Like it's definitely like you have to pay attention to the dialogue. Like they'll say something. It was one part where the dude was like, he's like, can I ask why? And so Frank goes, sure, go ahead. And it just gets mad quiet. And the dude was looking at him like, what? Like, it's absurdity. It's very goofy. It's very silly. I don't know if I want to use the word campy, but because I don't know if campy really applies to something like this. But the movie is definitely like it definitely doesn't waste any time, or it's not afraid to be as silly as it needs to be and as funny as it needs to be. And a lot of that is a credit to Liam Neeson. Liam Neeson in this movie is so good. He's very, very good. He's very he really has good comedic timing, which I think is something that we all don't know about, or we all don't get to see from Liam Neeson because he's such the action star and everything. He's such the tough guy, the macho guy. And he still is the macho tough guy. Like there's a cool scene in this movie where he's fighting people off and he's like pretty much throwing like he's throwing like the clip, like the my brain. He's throwing like the gun clips at everybody, and he's like it's just the way he's doing it. It's like really, really cool. But it's also funny at the same time. A lot of this movie is carried by Liam Neeson, which at first and like carried by Liam Neeson in terms of his comedic sensibilities. At first it took me a little bit to get to because he has like this dry deadpan thing going on, and like I was expecting it initially to be like a lot more goofier. I was expecting it to be a lot sillier, but it was, the thing is, and even just watching it recently, it's very grounded. It's grounded in absurdity, but the absurdity is not overpowered. It's not overpowering. It's not like this like pointless gag a minute. It's very, like I said before, these jokes are very well crafted. There's a lot of good background jokes as well, visual gags. And matter of fact, there's a movie that does this even more cleverly that I'll be talking about soon. But I figured, this is definitely a good movie. Like if you're gonna get back into watching parodies in this year and in the upcoming, for all the different parody movies we have coming out, apparently, especially with Scary Movie 5, this is a good one to kind of like start off with and kind of get yourself in the mood for that type of humor and stuff like that. Because like I said, it's been a while since we had it. Y'all know I don't like spoiling things, so that's why I've been sounding a lot of like real jumbled too. Even though this movie came out last summer, I know a lot of people still haven't seen this movie, so I don't want to spoil some of the best jokes. They do for those of you who've seen Austin Powers. I wouldn't even say the joke really kind of came from Austin Powers, but this is the one people most remember it for. It's like the shadows, where it's like you see like the shadows, like people are doing something inappropriate, but then they're just doing something normal. But then the person watching is like, oh my gosh, you're doing such nasty things. Like it has a really good joke with that in here. Now all the characters are really good. This is one part at the jazz bar. And Pamela Anderson's character, she goes up there and she starts singing, but you think she's about to do like this, like really like elegant musical number. She goes up there, goes, wow, like she starts like scatting, and it's so a lot of this movie is very very funny. And I can't dispute that, and it's something that like I said, when I initially watched it, it took me a while to kind of get like really settled in and really acclimated to the silliness, the amount of silliness and straight up comedy and gag comedy that this movie had in there. But watching it the second time, I was much more open to it. I knew really more of what to expect, and I had a much better time watching it this time around than I did when I initially watched it in the theaters. That I say that to pretty much say I do think that this is a movie that gets better with each watch because you kind of catch different jokes. I feel like I caught a whole bunch of jokes that I don't even remember from the first time I saw this movie. And I'm like, yo, I don't even remember that joke. Or if I do remember the joke, I'm like, yo, I didn't know that this joke came off that way. It's very cool. But this movie, like I said, when it was released, it got a lot of good critical acclaim. I only ever hear good things about this movie. Currently it's sitting at 87% on Rotten Tomatoes. My rating for this movie, I give it a solid 4.8 out of 5 stars. It was really good. It's very enjoyable. Like I said, I get a good kick out of it. Even now watching this, I was sitting here cracking up. So, like, yeah, I definitely say check it out. If you have Paramount Plus, this movie is now streaming on there. The Naked Gun, the 2025. I don't know what I was about to say. The 2025 version of the Naked Gun. Yeah, check it out. Give it a watch and let me know in the comments what you think about it. Did this movie get you excited for watching more parodies and comedies in theaters or just in general? Or were you just like, that was, it was corny. I didn't like it. Let me know what you think. And if you enjoyed the review, hit the like button down below. I cannot talk today. Goodness. You hit the like button down below. Follow us on social media, Facebook, Instagram, Twitter, Twitch, TikTok. And until next time, I forgot what to say. I'm just not focused right now. Until next time, y'all, be easy, stay breezy. Stay tuned to the channel for more April Fool's reviews, as well as over on TikTok, Instagram. And I'm going to get out of here before I just keep rambling and don't know what I'm saying. I said, peace.